Hello my friends and welcome back. What day is it? It is Wednesday. I had to look at my watch to find out what day is it. I'm living under a rock. Actually no, I know everything. Because on 31st of December, Finland seized a Russian ship. I'm so glad to say that. It sounds good and it's the truth. On January 3rd, they released a video how they did it. They did it in the Finnish Gulf, which is the water body between Estonia and Finland. And it's beautiful. I mean, if I didn't know, I would guess it's directed in Hollywood. On January 3rd, authorities released video of a helicopter boarding that took control of the ship on December 31st in the Gulf of Finland after the ship has caused damage to the Finland-Estonia subsea cables. 14 crew members have been detained. Which cables are we talking about? Well, Estonia and Finland have electricity cables and data cables, internet cables under sea. We have plenty of them, but they get damaged all the time. Sometimes because of the bad weather and storms, but recently because of these mischievous Russian ships who drag their anchors. How do we know? Well, because there's like a 10-kilometer drag line at the bottom of the Finnish Gulf. I mean, no surprise who did it. It was the Russians. So, what the Finnish do, you can see it in this video. Get your popcorn. Look at that, GoPro on top of the night vision. Lifting up from the chopper, Perkala helvetti. That's the Finnish ship, dragging its anchor. And that's the Finnish inbound boarding on the ship special for. This is so pretty. I love it. I want Estonia to do that so bad. Satana Perkala. They are taking the ship. And they actually, they took it and poured it in a Finnish port. Detained everybody. This is how it's done. This is how I want my country to do it. This is how every NATO country must do to Russian ships that break the laws on the Baltic Sea, which is a NATO lake now, by the way. They even sent an underwater robot. And yeah, they do that because we need to find out where the drag marks are on the bottom of the Finnish Gulf. Because we need to find out if the anchor did it, if the ship's anchor broke the cable. And they did. That's bad. So yeah, the ship is now port, or sorry for the lack of words here. Well, it's in the Finnish port now, and Finland court system is going through the guys. To my Finnish viewers, for your country's bravery and for the soldiers' bravery who did this, I gotta say, kiitos. Kiitos, my friends. Now we go to Pokrovsk direction, and I wanna show you a video that the Russian assault group filmed of themselves. They're documenting everything for us, for the future generations to find out how bad they really did there. So we got a Russian soldier. And we got some more mercenaries from, I don't know which country, but they're not from Russia. Zaibis. Awesome. Great. These guys are speaking such broken Russian. Okay. And they're saying, Zaibis, pidaras, like the main words you need in Russia. They're really happy for some reason. I don't know why. Because when, please stand by. When time goes on, we will know what happened to them in Pokrovsk. And of course, it's Ukrainian drone footage. You always know it's followed up by Ukrainian drone footage. Look at these dudes at the last moments of their lives. Why do they take the money and go and fight for a terrorist regime occupying Ukrainian land? I don't understand, but here is karma reaching them. And now we get some African djembe here. Yeah. If you might think, oh, Artur is laughing at death, he might be a psychopath. No, my friends, I just don't like Russians occupying Ukraine at all, and I have a very long history with Russia occupying Estonia, and I do enjoy thoroughly when their soldiers are killed. To open up Russian mindset even more, I bring to you a video just released of a Russian girl in Russia talking to, I don't know if it's Omegle or what kind of video chat it is, to a man who asks questions about the girl's dead father. Where did he die? In the Russian army occupying Ukraine. It's not about the remorse of losing a father. It is more about getting the 7 million rubles of compensation. That's the main goal for this girl, this blondie right here. Are there any acquaintances who have died? My dad. When he died? When did he die? Recently. In June or July. Well, he has a friend. My mom talked to him. There they said that he had a serious injury to his leg, and they left him there. He is currently either dead or missing, and the difference here, you might think, dead or missing, yeah, he's gone. No, the difference here is that if he's dead, confirmed by the Russian military, they will pay 7 million rubles to this girl's mother. If he's missing, they will not pay. And this is how Putin is basically scamming the Russian population, saying, yeah, if your husband dies, we will give you all the money you will need. But he will never die because he always goes missing, because they will not list them as dead in combat rather than missing in combat. And they will burn them or leave them on the fields. But it's not in reality that this girl's mother gets the money. I don't know yet. There's a chance. It's very small. I don't know. Like 2 out of 100% that he is in captivity. And if he's in captivity, they will definitely not pay, because they will view upon him as a traitor. But mom said that's unlikely. What would you buy for 7 million? Yeah, now it's a question about that extra money that they want to receive for the dead husband or father. A house? What kind? What kind of house do you want to buy for 7? No, просто дом. We just want a house. It's a private house. How much? I don't remember. I looked up somewhere around 6 or something. 6 or something. Well, I recently looked with my mom. There was a house for 5,800,000. Thing is, they don't know if the husband and father in this case is dead or missing. They don't know if they're gonna get the money, but they're already looking at houses. I don't see a drop of sadness for losing a father, because Russian fathers in Russia tend to be, alcoholics and deadbeats. So yeah, if you lose a man like that, it might even be a party for the family. Who knows? I'm not claiming it's always like that, but it's more like that than in other countries. So yeah, you don't really see any remorse in these kind of videos. You just see, we want that money. I have another great video from you, again filmed by the Russians, of them driving somewhere on the front doing the supply run, and they are visited by the drone of Ukrainian 105th Separate Territorial Defense Brigade. And this video, it's one of the juiciest I've seen. Usually one Russian soldier gets 2-3 drones up its arse. In this video, it's 12 Russian soldiers getting 1 drone altogether. It's like a package deal. Driving with a Bukhanka van, I'm guessing, filled to the brink with supplies and troops. There she is, there she is. I'm guessing they're seeing a drone. Get out, get out. I can't feel my legs. Sorry I paused this much, but I have so many personal stories about this. When I was in Ukraine, Brandon Mitchell, the Canadian volunteer, drove us around for hours in one of these civilian pickup trucks. It wasn't a Bukhanka vehicle, but it was similar. The back of it was filled with medical supplies, ammunition, and we, three guys, me and 2 of my friends, were in the back like that, pressed onto the ceiling. If you're in the back of this kind of a car for 3 hours, you don't need a drone to not feel your legs. It's like a real threat to lose circulation, and they will damage your legs for good. Because in the front, you drive like that for hours. Can't feel my legs already before the explosion, by the way. Get out, they're getting out, and now a present arrived. But let's watch that again, because it's so Hollywood-like. Bada boom! Yeah, very nice. Can't feel my legs. Wow, we are my friends. Suka. This is called karma. When you go to occupy Ukraine, karma will visit you. Alright, enough of the screams. I want you to feel, I don't want to do such serious videos for you, but okay, let's watch what really happens. On the drone view, of course. Look at that steak. That's a juicy medium rare steak right there, hitting that meat. 12 servicemen, 2 vehicles. One of the best return on assets, return on investments I've ever seen. This drone cost like $500. These 12 servicemen cost like $150. So it's almost a perfect return on investment. If you spend January telling yourself, this is the year I finally quit, but then the first craving hits and your hand just reaches for the same old habit, this is for you. New Year's resolutions fail for one reason. We try to remove a habit without replacing it. Fume is the replacement. A flavored air fitted device that lets you satisfy the urge to reach for something without nicotine, vapor or batteries. Just clean, natural flavors and a featured-friendly design that feels good to use. This January, don't just try to quit. Upgrade the habit loop. Reach for Fume instead. I always notice how the gyms are full of people in the first week of January, but as the year goes on, less and less people are in the gym. I feel like using Fume is like going to the gym all year round, not quitting on the second week of January. I don't have to stop the motion. I can replace it. And as soon as I get enough of one flavor, I'll change it for another flavor, like crisp mint for example. To kick off the new year, Fume is doubling down on helping people break old habits. For January only, every core you order is doubled. Order a pack, you get 2. Order 3, you get 6. Way more flavor, way more moments to reach for something better. And to top that off, when you grab a journey pack, you'll also get a free Fume topper just for using my code. But double cores offers disappear the moment January ends. No extensions, no expectations, so jump on this now. Head to tryfume.com, that's tryfum.com, or scan the QR code and use my code Estonian to claim your double cores and your free Fume topper before this New Year's offer closes for good. Thank you Fume for sponsoring today's video. Now, my friends, I'll travel to another country when I don't really talk about it usually, but so big things are happening and it's connected to Russia in a way. It's a big Russian ally. I'm not talking about Venezuela, we'll get there. I'm talking about Iran. Because big protests have happened in Iran in the past week, so big that 2 of the cities and 1 entire region are now in protest, where police has joined the protesters. They're not recognizing Tehran's power over them. They're against the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. They're like fully breaking away from Iran. They're protesting against the government. It's very good news because the government is a big Russian ally. I mean, Shahed drones are from Iran. So this is the city of Abadan of southern Iran. It's very close to Kuwait, almost on the border. There are masses of people on the street and the police actually joined the protesters, meaning this city is lost to the Tehran, the capital. This city is now governing itself. I should have another video here. Yes, let's watch one more for the sake of it. Look at that. There's tens of thousands of people on the city, on the roofs. There is no armed resistance because the armed resistance, which is the police, joined the protesters. And this is how it went in 2013 in Ukraine also. Another video, Abadan, the city. People wearing Iranian flags on them. An entire province occupied by Iran, the Kurdish province of Ilam, has broken away from Tehran's power. They govern themselves like for 1 or 2 days now. They have pushed out all of the pro-revolution, pro-Islamic revolution guards. And if Tehran, Ayatollahs, want to get power over them again, they gotta send in the army. If they do that, we don't know. I think they would. I think they will. But as of now, there's an entire province in open rebellion against Tehran. And I remind you, Iran is one of the biggest Russian allies next to China. Look at that. There's masses on the streets, just like that. They're super happy to get rid of the Ayatollahs. So what areas are we talking? You already saw, but they are Abadan, one city, and Ilam, the entire Kurdish province, are in open rebellion. Now, in the next week or two, we will find out if Tehran and the Ayatollahs will send in the army. If they will, I think the army will crush this rebellion. But this rebellion shows you that the Ayatollahs are not strong in power. People are, for the last decade, looking for every chance to rebel and revolt. One time they will succeed. Now, my friends, I want to read you, buy me a coffee, 2 names. I only have 2, but these 2 I'm more glad because they wrote to me message also. First one, Pokrovsk, wrote to me, "Hi Artur, I have been watching you from the beginning and really respect your work. I have a guilty secret that I've been wishing for you to try and butcher my name. I don't think you will be able to do so. I think it's too European, though I'm from the UK. Anyway, give it your best shot, please, and I will tell you how you did. Keep up the good fight." Well, Pokrovsk. How do you call it in UK? Pokrovsk? Cockney Artur. Pokrovsk, innit? Well, Pokrovsk. I consider your name to be butchered. Let me know how I did. And now we have the second name, Carles Tovtlebov. Your name butchered to the orbit, man. You cannot get it back. Carles Tovtlebov. If you like my channel, buy me coffees in the description below. Also, become a member and you will get one of these badges. Just shoot me a message, I'll send it your way. Alright. Let's go to Venezuela. So much new information came out. I'll try to do it really fast. Cuba, the Cuban authorities have now confirmed that the raid, Donald Trump's 3-hour raid to Caracas, I hope I'm saying that correctly, that 32 Cuban citizens were killed by the United States soldiers at that night. Most of these were Maduro's personal bodyguards. Check it out. These are the photos of some of these Cuban citizens. I don't know why Maduro chose Cubans to be his bodyguard, but he did, and they're gone. Yeah, confirmed. This next topic is all over the mainstream media. It's a crazy spy story, getaway story. It's a thriller movie. So what happened? What's going on in Venezuela? Well, United States did the thing. They took Maduro. Maduro is in New York. Venezuela is now run by the woman, the vice president, yada yada. But Russians, they lost an ally. They lost, although they didn't because the same regime is in power, they kind of did. Because United States now enforces a blockade, a naval blockade to Venezuelan oil and the tankers going to and from Venezuelan coast. No, Russians were in a process of sending one empty oil tanker to Venezuela. Supposedly there was supposed to be oil on it, they claimed it was empty, it didn't make it. Maduro was taken before. Right before the blockade, it turned around and went back. This happens, okay, it's an empty rust bucket. But the United States then sent its submarines and a patrol vessel to guard it, to shadow it. Why? Because they know that there's something very important on it. Nobody knows what, but the United States has been sending out a lot of assets to find it, and Russia has sent out submarines to defend it. Empty, rusty oil tanker? I think not. There has to be something on it. So let's go through all of the information. This is the last location, 12 hours ago. Marinera is the new name. Bella 1 was the previous name. It changed its flag and name right before it hit the blockade of the United States ships. It changed the Russian flag and name Marinera and turned back to Russia. It's close to England 12 hours ago, and it was going full speed, and it was shadowed by a United States patrol vessel, a cutter, I think they call it. This is the trip it did. It came from Iran, but used a fake location to signal to pretend it was further south. Went through north of Africa, right, to the Atlantic, signaled locations. Meantime, after turning around, the tanker sent distress signals from this location on December 21st, right before Christmas, turned around, it hit the United States blockade, then it went dark, now it's on the top of England, the UK, and it's shadowed by the United States, and Russia dispatched its submarines full time to guard it. They don't want whatever's on that ship to be taken by the United States, and Trump supposedly has given an order to seize that ship. So it's collision course of Russia and the United States. See, Russia has sent a submarine and other naval assets to escort an empty Russian oil tanker, formerly known as Bella 1, according to US official. So yeah, why they want an empty rust bucket to be escorted like that? Because it's not empty. Something very expensive and valuable is on that ship. Air defense systems, nuclear reactors. What is Russia's secret exports? It is, I think, the newest air defense, which don't work, and their nuclear reactors, which Venezuela might want to buy for some reason. And it's not it, because from the UK, you know, United States sent out P-8 Poseidon aircraft. It's a submarine hunting aircraft, anti-submarine warfare aircraft, to find this Russian tanker, patrol over it, guard it. And if they send that out, they can send out special forces and choppers to do what the Finnish did, to actually detain it before the Russian submarines arrive. I mean, it's such a thriller movie. It's a Cold War thriller movie. Hunting for Red October it is. The vessel was sanctioned by the US and has carried Venezuelan crude oil. On 30th of December, the ship was renamed Marinera and reflagged as a Russian vessel. It's really rusty. This is the United States Coast Guard patrol vessel that has been shadowing it across the Atlantic. It's one of the newest patrol vessels, the Legend class cutter, and it's shadowing it. The Russians actually made a video and published it in Russian television, made from on top of the Bella 1 or Marinera, filming the United States cutter, shadowing it just like that. What is on top of that vessel? Why is United States wanting it so bad? Why is Russia wanting to defend it so bad? I am intrigued. I need to know. By the way, it's not the only one. There are now 5 sanctioned oil tankers trying to circumvent the Venezuela blockade and US sanctions, who switched their flag to Russia. After the Marinera and Hyperion, those 3 joined. We have Veronica, now renamed to Galileo. We have Dianchi, now renamed to Expander. And we have Malak, now renamed to Sinte. I gotta say, all these names super exotic. Makes it even more of a thriller. Get your popcorn. Yeah, all of these vessels, there are satellite imagery of them, their routes. They switched flags, they switched names. It's super illegal. You cannot do that. They don't even have insurance, and they're very old. They're rusting from all over the place. And they're trying to circumvent the sanctions and the blockade, now running back to Russia. The United States is not after those vessels, it's after that one. Only one, so they know there's something on board of that. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into all of these locations. Let's switch them. I must do that, but yeah, everything is here. I'll try to keep it short. It already is too long, so I'll end this video with a Russian propagandist ranting about Venezuela. I just enjoyed so much when karma spit slaps the Russian government in the face. Let's just watch it and eat our popcorn. My friends, good morning to everyone. If it can be called good. You know, I want to say something about Venezuela. Guys, we've lost yet another valuable asset. Yes, we effed up. Yes, we built factories there. Even started producing weapons. The Musketeers, they're food to my soul. Rosneft invested there, but it's just too expensive. We've already forgiven everyone, everything. We should just forget the whole damn thing. We don't have that kind of policy where we need Cuba on our side, Honduras. What are you yapping about? Ganduras. You say Honduras, the Russians say Ganduras, you know? And all of that other, so to speak, crap. They just called Honduras and Cuba crap. What? And as the saying goes, Maxim's dead, well, F him. We need to think about ourselves, about our own country. Why should we invest in billions? We effed up there to the tune of roughly $75 billion. Yeah, that's roughly what Putin has sent and invested to Venezuela under Maduro in the last, 13 years when he got power. 75 billion, that's a colossal amount of money. Just like they did in Syria. They lost everything there. They're on the process of losing everything in Venezuela. Not yet, because the same regime is in power. But if the United States does any kind of deal with them or forces them to do anything that is bad for Russia, they will lose it. It's bad. $75 миллиардов долларов, нахуй. It's such a Russian way of saying that number. Let's think about ourselves, about our country, about the people, about the pensioners. What a white angel here. He's a savior, he's a hero. Let's think about the pensioners. Do you know how big is the Russian pension? How a Russian pensioner actually lives? I'm not even going to tell you because I don't think you wanna know. You're not ready for that number. About the soldier who hasn't received apartments for 20 years. Wow, this guy is an angel. About the guys who don't get their payments. Wow. When a man with 2 orders of courage has to prove something just to receive something. That's social injustice. Do we really have to drag all of this to the president for F's sake? Maybe this man is the real Santa Claus. He's talking like an angel here, but maybe he is the Santa Claus, giving presents to everybody, giving apartments to the soldiers, giving back to the pensioners. What a good Russian. Not yet, because he's still breathing. My friends, I really enjoyed myself in this video. I hope you did also, and I will definitely be back for you on Friday. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so check it out. If you like it, subscribe. That's it. Have fun, my friends. Enjoy your life. Until my next video, Slava Ukraini, and bye-bye. Thank you for sponsoring today's video.